Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Sully, and I am the host of Say Less. That's right, I'm Dr. Sully with Dr. Sully Speaks, and today we have the CEO of We Speak Up for the Voiceless Incorporated, Mrs. Karen CHATTUM-DOZIER. How you doing today, madam?
How's everyone doing today?
So if you all are hanging out with us today, please say something in the comments. Please let us know that you're here. We're just kind of hanging in just for a minute. We want to try to just let you all know a little bit about what we have going on, a little bit about what's going on in your city, and especially about what We Speak Up for the Voiceless Incorporated can offer you and the community. And man, let me tell you, if you have not been to a Karen Chatham, and because I knew it when she was just Chatham, but if you have not been to a Karen CHATTUM-DOZIER play, man, that's one play they ain't playing. That's what I'm saying. Yo, so playwright, author, orator, poet, wife, you know.
Yes.
She loved her some husband. I am straight up to the block and the cocking for everybody who looking at all the beauty saying I'm about to be up in the inbox later. You might as well know that you don't want to be up in the inbox. You just don't want to be up in the inbox, because she will let you know you got to get on out, because she love her. Go ahead and slide down her Facebook. You're going to see how much she love her husband. Trust me. She is not playing with that. So Karen, first of all, how's your day going today so far?
Absolutely fabulous. How's your day going?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So right now you are, even right now, this moment, we are looking to rehearse here in just a moment for upcoming event, correct?
Yes, we have rehearsal, and I try to beat them there. I don't want to expect somebody to do something that I won't do, so I want to be there before time so I can be on time.
Word up. Those of y'all that are coming in, please make sure you share. Please make sure you share with somebody and let us know you are there. Right now, I know that this is streaming on Facebook, on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you are on there anywhere, come talk to us. Let us know. If you're on the We Speak Up for the Voiceless Facebook page, you should be able to peek on this here too. And if you're on Dr. Sully Speaks page, you should be able to check it out. And again, this is Say Less, and I'm your host. And if you're trying to get on here with me, come holler at me soon so we can go ahead and chat it up. No pun intended, chatting it up with Chatham. That's kind of cool. Let me not forget the Dozier.
That's cool.
Yeah. Last name Dozier, but she ain't sleeping. Y'all will catch that later.
Yeah.
So what does We Speak Up for the Voiceless offer the community? And not just the community of San Antonio, but the community at large, because I know that you travel.
Yes, we do. We have been to North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, Dallas, We're reaching out far. And what we do is offer awareness, prevention, and intervention. We're having courageous conversations on and off stage about things most people aren't comfortable talking about in the privacy of their home. So we're talking about HIV, family violence, substance abuse, violence against women, violence against men, sexual violence. If you don't like to talk about it, makes you uncomfortable, come visit us and we'll talk about it.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, um, yeah, if y'all have not been to any of these plays are tear jerkers, man. Um, and then they educate.
Yes.
So much I've learned about HIV/AIDS, and the care of HIV/AIDS, but even more importantly, the care of persons that may have contracted HIV and AIDS and how we treat them. Because guess what? They are human, and if they're
Correct.
sitting in your face, that means they fighting this thing. And and I'll just be. Let me just tell you, when I first thought AIDS, I was just like, and at school they really didn't teach. It was really a horrible job. Just teaching you 3 or 4 ways that you can't get it, and about 10 ways that you can, and it's not all those ways. And but even to be able to be in a community, first of all, you never know who, but then when you do know who, we don't have to isolate at all. We it's a community and we all live together. And if we know how to work together, then together is how we beat AIDS. And beating AIDS is not just by contracting it, but it's about beating your life expectancy with it, and educating others. So, lots of stuff. And then I've learned so much about domestic violence and, the fact that it happens not just to women, but also to men. And then there's a big issue concerning domestic violence in not just heterosexual, but in homosexual relationships as well. And please forgive me if I
Correct.
did not give the whole subscription uh, there of all the acronyms, but I just don't want to mess it up. And it ain't got nothing to do with y'all. If I'm in a board meeting and they start telling me about the HUD and the man, miss all them letters, is that my dyslexia get me every time. And then from domestic violence, the sexual abuse, and then so many different mental illnesses that um, people are coping with every day. Like everybody would say, depression. Oh, depression, depression, depression. But there's so much more than just depression, and sometimes it's all the other stuff, maybe even including you, the person who's watching me, that's causing this person's anxiety that you're calling depression. No, you got them anxious because you always yelling and screaming and you don't know what they came out of. And right now we are highlighting this thing that we should all be feeling right now, from the violence in San Antonio. There was just a shooting a couple of nights on the south side, to the Uvalde shooting, to whoever your uncle, auntie, Bobo, Nana, helicopter, Papa, whoever they are, that you sitting there in that closet got that wonderful T-shirt that you had to get, unfortunately, one more time with his face or her face uh, uh, tatted on it or tatted on your back or sporting it for that one event to say bye bye one more time. And we have, balloon releases were supposed to be fun, you know now they're sad. So right now I know that you have an event coming up soon. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so back up real quick because you said something really important. You mentioned Beat AIDS. There is actually an organization here called Beat AIDS that we're community partnered with. As it goes for
Awesome.
HIV, if people do not know that they're positive, that they're negative, they can go see the staff at Beat AIDS and get a test.
Ooh,
And if they are
that's good.
testing positive and they're not in care, then their staff is amazing at helping you get back into care.
Mm,
So So if they don't want us to reach out to them on their own, they can contact me and I'll help them. And we'll do that, what we call warm handoff.
That's good. That's good to know. And I like that. I like the warm handoff is very important because I believe wraparound. If you're gonna be wraparound um, agencies here in the city, we need to learn how to do way more warm handoffs. We need to do
Yes.
that because sometimes, there's so much anxiety that goes with stepping forward and just going from one place to the next. I mean, this is no shot at the workforce. You're all doing a good job, but I just want to let y'all know, Texas workforce, everybody does not know what balloons outside your building means. I know now that balloons outside of Texas work for means that that day you actually have a job fair, an actual live, possible get interviewed on the spot job fair. Most people do not know. You know, most of us in our community, we see balloons hanging outside. We think birthday party or some type of other party. So,
I didn't know that's
that's
what that meant.
yeah, yeah. So uh, this is my show, but it ain't all about me. So, I mean, one of the reasons why I say less is because I talk a lot, but I really try to say less and do more. So, tell me more about what you got going on, Miss
August
Chatham
20th.
Dozier.
August 20th, we speak up for the voiceless will be right here. Our office is located here, 2803 East Commerce Street, right here. We're going to be offering courageous conversations about how gun violence affects our youth. Because adults are talking about it. You just mentioned there was a gun shooting, right, a couple of days ago on the south side. But what are these kids saying and who can they say it to? Who's listening to them as they speak? Do they have a voice? Are they sure that anyone wants to hear their voice? We're creating opportunities for that on August the 20th. We want them to know that we're listening. And not only are we going to listen, then we have people here in an organization titled Moms Demand Action. That means they're about the action with us. They're partnering up with us, and we're taking action about what's going on with our youth with gun violence. What are they going through? Are we getting them some counseling? Stand Up San Antonio will be here. Be Safe will be here. The protection. They're going to offer 100 free gun safety locks to the first
Wow,
100 people that come to that.
wow,
That means that your
wow.
kids need to be safe. In one of the meetings with them, I heard him say something that was just amazing. Dr. Sullivan, he shouted out, not only are we making kids safe, we're making everyone safe. What about the people who live with mental health illnesses, right?
Mm,
You ever think
yeah,
about the fact that that person may be having a gun in the house so we can offer protection, but if that person has been triggered or suffering through a symptom to do with mental health illness, you probably don't want them to have access to that weapon. Having a gun lock on it can do that because
wow,
everyone doesn't have a safe. Kudos to those who
wow.
have safes, but those who don't can get a gun lock for safety measures on August the 20th.
That's good stuff. Gun locks are important. Um, Man, that's we don't think about, first of all, every mental illness that is not diagnosed. Um, because I mean there are some folks that cannot get a gun because of mental illnesses, but there are a lot of people that aren't diagnosed. But then
Yes.
what about people that are um, have access to guns and they are having mental illness? And then what about all the people that are suffering from any type of trauma and anxiety from growing up around the improper use of guns and other weapons? So, man,
And to say that we have to make this disclosure, we're not saying that anybody with a mental health illness don't need to be around a gun. We're not saying that. We're saying
thank
that
you.
we want to keep everybody safe. Just like we can't say all kids can't be around guns. We're not saying that some kids are trained to use them properly in the right setting. We're saying that it's just a precaution for those who are.
Word. Okay. So, that's why you got to have folks that know what they're talking about to make sure they can say that thing the right way. Um,
Hmm.
because again, you can be trained to do anything the correct way, bottom line.
Correct.
Um,
Yes.
so, So at this event, outside of all the wonderful people that are going to be there, and you know, we'll wait a little while. We won't put all that on everybody about everybody that's going to be there, but there are going to be some super great folks that are there. I'm not going to let the cat out the bag,
Thank you.
um, but but this is a community event, a community
Yeah,
event. San Antonio, Bear
community.
County, come through. I mean, I don't think right now any of us know. I think all of us know somebody that's been a victim of gun violence. And if you don't know someone who's been a victim of gun violence, believe it or not, oftentimes the person behind the pistol is also a victim of gun violence because somebody somewhere failed to explain to him the power of that weapon that is in his hand.
I
So,
like that.
uh, so of course we're going to get an opportunity to see another outstanding production at that event of one of those awesome plays from the uh, from the Prefala. I jacked that word all up. But you know that I mean, there's I want to say memoirs, or there's so much that goes into what she does, from monologue to dialogue to full on several act scene plays, lights, camera, action, props, duck, drop, shots, running, you know, uh, I mean, I seen one of her plays that I was for sure that them folks was about to have a baby, for sure, for sure. But they was I found out they had no relations, and there was no relations going on even during the practice. It was
That's
all
excellent.
play. So it's good stuff. I mean, you get up there and you can feel it. I mean, there are folks oftentimes that leave her plays and be like in tears. Um, and I mean, emotions just everywhere it needs to go. She hits all whatever you need. If you need to get that breakthrough in tears, you're gonna get it. If you need to get that cheer and laugh, you're gonna get it. If you need to get that aha moment, she's gonna get it. This is one fabulous lady, and she is CEO for We Speak Up for the Voices Incorporated. And guess what? She's one of them people, not excluding others, that truly do speak up for those that are voiceless. She does, and not just take their voice, but she advocates to teach them how to use their own voice, and I think that's an awesome thing. She hasn't said it yet; she probably will, but she's a trainer too, so y'all better book her and get her to do that professional development. Schools, prisons. I know SAPD has used her several times over the years. Matter of fact, you can Google her and see her in pictures with SAPD San Antonio. So don't take my word of it. She's out there. She's doing the job for real, for real. And she's big on partnering. So if you're not partnering with, find out how you can make those pieces meet. And right before I give it back to her to talk about, uh, help this organization by sending Cash App to $ We Speak Up. And I mean, I did, and I will again, and I do as often as I can. I believe in what they're doing. I believe in their vision, and it's not just an organization; it is truly a ministry. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one thing for certain, I want to make sure that they know we're debuting Karen Chatham's The Day They Broke My Heart on August the 20th. And what it does is bring awareness to how a youth feels about losing her mom. And no one's
Yeah,
paying attention to her and her voice. So she demonstrates about acting out in school. So we have some
wow.
amazing actresses in this. Miss Elizabeth Wells, love her. She's been working with me for a very long time, and I've seen some awesome things that she does outside of my stage. And then there's Miss Frida Smith, who's going to co-star in this playing the youth, and my executive officer slash everything I can think of. Need from her, Miss Leah Barkley used to get it. She's a
Wow.
COO slash actress slash I got your back sister. She's the co-star. And so Miss Chanel Jones is like, we loaded it down this time, man. We got some heavy hitters. These women are on fire for God and what we can do for people in the community as it pertains to gun violence awareness. Then we have prevention and intervention coming with the agencies.
That's wow. That's that is more. I mean, that's more than a lot of people are doing. And so, just knowing that you all have a true desire to have a true desire to do these things in the community. Um, I think that it is a awesome, not just gesture, because a lot of people do gestures, but I've seen your consistency
Yes.
in these things. Are you going to have some books that day?
That is my plan. What I do know for sure is that I am going to debut in this play.
Okay.
I don't do that often
Right.
anymore, but I decided to jump off in here and
Okay. Cool.
do a few lines with them on stage. They're gonna allow me to jump in there with them.
Okay. Okay. So, uh, you talked about the event. Um, what should the participants expect to gain from attending this event? And if they wanted you to come, how do they book you as well? And then what is the charge for the event?
So let's start with that. There is no charge for the event. We do not charge to get into a play because I believe we're providing a ministry with resource tools to help people who need help. And I look at it, if I needed this help, I can't say I always through my life was able to pay to get inside of a play or an event like this. So I don't charge. Hence the reason why we're asking for donations, and there's no donation too small. What they can expect to get is awareness, prevention, and intervention as it pertains to gun violence awareness, mental health, and substance abuse. We're going to stage it, we're going to talk about it there, and then we're going to have organizations there that can get you some assistance and do a warm handoff with an agency that can provide the resources outside of the event. Everyone doesn't want to come up and say, hey, I need help. So they can reach me via Facebook. They can call by number. It's open to the public 210-214-4420. That's 210-214-4420. You can go to our website, WeSpeakUpForTheVoiceless.com. We're ready to talk to you. We're ready to get you some assistance. That is what the intervention part is about. The play is great. We're going to have fun in the play. We're going to hopefully teach some people some things. But the big thing about it is the awareness, prevention, and intervention. The plays is just a tool.
Wow. Well, I mean, you all heard it. You all seen it. Uh, if you have not connected already uh, with this agency, you should. I know that there are some business hours you can catch her by appointment right there at the Barbara Jordan Center on East Commerce. There are some clients that she comes out and meets. She's very busy and very vigilant in the community. Again, when you're speaking up for people, um, you better know that someone's going to be speaking down on you. So, one thing I will tell you, it ain't a lot of stuff I've heard negative that's true. But if ever you hear something about somebody, say less and go to the source. Let's find, let's find out what it is. Um, Because my whole thing is, you got to be careful for somebody bringing you some junk. Because if they bring you some junk, they taking your junk somewhere too. So, this is, this is what we do here at Dr. Sully Speaks. We like to go live. We have a couple other things coming up real soon. Be on the lookout. I will be connecting with the entire cast soon. If not before the play, then we will do this right after the play so that you can meet each and every one of the staff. And we'll be right here with Dr. Sully Speaks on Say Less. Miss Karen, do you have anything else to say?
Yes, and they will also get to meet my amazing husband.
Oh, yes. Meet
because he is a great big force in We Speak Up for the Voices.
Well, I mean, hey, man, look, yeah, you better believe he on here, popping up in here somewhere. You better believe he watching for sure. So, you all be on the lookout. I'm going to definitely. I don't usually do this, but when it's good like this, and when the people are good like that, I will definitely do a restream. So be on the lookout. Probably would do another one here tonight for those that missed this wonderful interview with Karen CHATTUM-DOZIER, Minister plus. Probably about 8 o'clock, and then one for y'all nighttime folk, midnight, and then I'll probably do one for y'all who roll out early in the morning at 6. So if I roll up early in the morning to do it, we'll see it here one more time. So from here to the next time, downtown, uptown, your town, my town. It's not just about the East, but about the West, the North, and the South. Bear County, Saytown, the Tone, all of that there kind of stuff, and everybody that has come in, out, and up and around. Back in the day, they said we do it for the vine. Well, guess what? We do it for the people. Black, brown, yellow, red, green, pink. If you people, you are people, which make you my people. Because you are people, and because we both in that ministry thing, he said we are his people. And correct. So until next time, I will see you all. This is Dr. Sully Speaks, and this is our wonderful guest. This is Karen CHATTUM-DOZIER, and you are on Say Less. We will be seeing you very soon. Go tell somebody about it. Don't stress, same old thing, everybody stay blessed.